Hi, everybody. I'm Jennifer Tryon. Welcome. I am live at the Homemade Quilt Time, not a virtual quilting retreat, a real retreat in person, not online. Although I do love online, you guys know that. I want to just say hi to everyone who is tuning in virtually, even though we're going to probably be joined by quite a number of sewers within the hour tonight. They're all just downstairs eating dinner right now. So hi if you're watching from your phone. And tell me where you are tuning in from tonight. I just want to make sure we've still got Amanda Brown live with us. Hello.
Hello. Look at that there. I wish I was there.
We've just been taking a little tour around. My sister is here with me, and she's on our roving camera, and she's just been combing the aisles of the classroom here with tons of beautiful machines to be seen. I'm just gonna mute or turn this down a little. Yes, HD9s in the house. Look at the M17.
Okay, here. I can't believe someone brought that. That's amazing.
Yeah, and even little 2030s making the trip. That's a perfect, retreat.
That would be me.
Yes, sure. I know, so nice. 8200, this one, yep, great machine, perfect. And so I gotta say, lots of people having me. Oh, look, Skylines, amazing. Lots of people having me check out their machines today. Oh, there I am in the background. Amanda, how are you doing?
I am good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've been traveling all around. Beautiful.
Like, that's what makes me the happiest right now. It's the mid-October and no frost. I'm so happy.
For sure. Tell us where you're joining in from tonight. I'm going to try to see if I can get the comments up here. Oh, we've got lots of people in. Tanya from Calgary, Cindy from North Vancouver, Marie Agnes from Oakville, hi. Charlotte from Oakville, hi. Jennifer Carroll from Kingston. Jennifer, you should have been a part of this retreat. We are just off the St. Lawrence River in Rockport. Like, not quite in Rockport, Gananoque Way, basically between Kingston and Brockville, just off the Thousand Islands Parkway, and we're at a resort inn called the Glen House, and the sun has set here now, but it is beautiful, right on the St. Lawrence River. We've all got rooms, and we're having a giant sewing sleepover. Isn't that fun?
That'd be so much fun. So fun.
But I did not want to cancel our Q&A because we've got lots of questions to get to, and I hope you guys will put them in the chat tonight because we are here to answer any sewing questions you've got. I see Sari's in from Washington State. We've got Elsie from Newfoundland, Sylvie from Quebec, bonsoir. Karen Young, Suzanne Bailey. Hi, Carol from Morrisburg. Bev is from Trail, BC. Hey, Amanda, what were you doing in BC this week?
I was in Prince George at Prince George Sewing Center doing a whole big event, and I got to sew and talk and just hang out there. It's great there. Beautiful.
Yeah. And did you see any homemade people?
I sure did. I saw Joy. I don't know if she's in on here, but it was so nice to have someone come in and introduce themselves, and I got to see them in real life. It was great.
I know. And you know what? There's people here that I didn't know and that have come, and from all over. And that's what I love about traveling around and meeting all these new people is so often they're following us on stuff like this, but sometimes we don't know. So it really is great to meet in person. Amanda, remember that tool, the little hooky thing?
Yes.
Tanya wants to know, do you have it handy?
I don't. I'm still unpacking, but no, it works great. And we had a little clip in last week.
Yeah, Karin might still have it in here. Karin, any chance that video is still on here? It was called the Hooky. It was HOOKEY. And what it did was it allowed you to bury your serger chain thread. And
here it is. So I just give it a little clip. Then I have this hook here. And the biggest thing here is because there's a hook in the end, have it pointing down so it's not getting caught on any of the threads. And you grab the tail and you pull it through, and it's super simple, and I love it. It is so nice. One of my new favorite tools, for sure.
And then look at that. The threads are just buried there. And so we love it when we can think of to bring you guys new products and stuff like that. I was showcasing something that we've got new. Well, it's not that new in the shop, but it's pretty new for lots of people. And it's a bit of a game changer. I'm going to run over here to my machine, Sarah, the M7. And I'm going to show you guys this just while we're waiting for some questions to come in. There is one question up here. Will there be embroidery 201?
Absolutely.
Have you already gone through all of your 101 projects? I think we should. Why not? If you haven't taken any of the embroidery classes from our previous homemade events, those projects are often still available, usually at a reduced price. We may have the odd kit around. So you could email us at info@homemade.ca if you're looking for additional embroidery classes, if you've plowed through 101 and you're looking to up it, for sure. Okay, I'm just going to run over to my machine that I've been working at here. So come and follow me. Okay. Someone, okay, I think can you guys hear me? Can you turn it up here?
Yes, we can.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay, so I'm sitting at my M7 because I brought the big guy, and because sometimes you just can't go back to whatever, use what you have, but I brought the M7 because that's great. And I've been doing all of these pieces that require sort of because I'm making this quilt. Star Pop out of this new fabric line that we got in the shop, and I was dying for it. So here I am making this. Anyway, it requires you to have a whole whack of these pieces that you need the little squares, and you have to draw on all of, similar to a half square triangle. You've got to draw on either side of the lines, or you have to draw down the center, and you have to sew on that line. So I thought this was the perfect time for me to introduce, hold on. So I found this handy tool, and we've got them in stock online. Watch this.
I want one.
You see it?
Yes.
So now you just stick the laser on the front of your machine, and you don't have to draw the line anymore. You just sew right on that laser line.
I love it.
Isn't that cool?
So cool.
It's called do we have any sitting right here? No. It's called the So Cute laser. And
here's somebody already bought one.
Yeah, lots of people. We brought 6 of them here. They sold out immediately.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. And so I was thinking about you, Amanda, about that little hooky product, and I thought this is another one of those game changer products where it fits on any sewing machine. So even if you don't have a Janome, but I love it on the Janome or this one especially because you can power it right through the USB port on your machine. Nice. And if you don't have a USB on your machine, then you can just use your phone charger because it's just a USB charge. So look at all of the ones that I was able to. Right? And you know how long, you guys, if anyone did the Stargazer, this is what made me look for this product, the Stargazer retreat. Anybody who did that quilt knows how many lines they drew to make all those half square triangles. We should have included this, or at least known about it. But now we've got them stocked. So if anyone's interested in the laser, you can email us or go ahead. They're listed on the site. Okay, we've got some people coming back from dinner, so I'm going to head back over to my little podium there. And, oh, you guys are bringing up dessert. Come ahead. Sorry. No, there's no interruption. It's totally fine.
Dinner's late.
Dinner's late. I know. All right, I'm going to head back over here. Sarah, you stay here, and we'll get to our question and answer. I'm coming back.
Look at that huge room.
When we're live and, on the road. So
much space.
What's that?
There's so much space there.
Yeah, it's a really good space. lots of room. I even set up a little, I called it the PlayStation. This is the quilter's version of a PlayStation. And it's 3 Janome machines, the M7, the 6700, and the new 9480.
My goodness.
Yes.
That is such a nice machine. The 9480, I used it so much this weekend.
Yeah. Sarah, maybe just go over, you can just show them a little glimpse. I'll stay over here. And then if there's something to demo, I'll run over to the 9480. She can just show you a picture of it. That's the 6700. And this is the new, this is the one where the stitch regulator is optional. So you can, if you want a stitch regulator, great. You can get it and it can go on this machine. If you don't, then no big deal. You just save $1,200. Although I am throwing in the stitch regulator for whoever's going to buy the demo model of that machine.
Well, and
it's
such a good like add-on.
Yeah.
And it works incredibly well. Like I've heard stories of other stitch regulators not reading fabric, and this one I have had no problems with it reading any fabric.
That's great. I mean, that's the thing that you want when you're using the stitch regulator is you want those even stitches. That's what's happening. When you're free motion quilting, you don't want all of your stitches jumping around, or, you know, if you tend to move a little faster on your curves and a little slower when it's coming down the pipeline, you know, you still want your stitches to all be the same length.
And that one comes with the ruler foot, which a lot of them don't.
Yes. With the ruler foot right in the little ASR box. Amanda Liebeck. Hi from sunny California, you liar. That's my sister. Marie Agnes is saying about the laser, this is even better than the diagonal tape. Yeah, better than masking tape for sure. We demoed it this afternoon for all the ladies who were here sewing the day away. Today is day 1 on this retreat, so we've still got 2 more days ahead of us, including all night tonight. I hear some of the gals really stay up late.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tanya wants to know about the stitch regulator. Are you going to demo that later?
Yeah, I've got it set up to demo, so we can definitely head over there and take a look at it. It's ready to go. Let's just, if anyone has any, where can we get the laser light from? Let me, I will post it in the chat right now. I'll put the link up because I've got it right here, and it'll just take me a second. Amanda, why don't you go through on a full screen? Yeah. What the stitch regulator does, and then I'll post the link of the laser.
So the stitch regulator is for when we're free motion sewing or when we're using like a ruler foot. And when we're doing that, we have our feed dogs down and we are in full control of how fast our fabric moves and how fast our machine sews. And the combination of those two gives us the length of stitch. So when I'm free motion quilting, if my machine is going fast and my hands are going really slow, then I have super teeny tiny stitches. But if I have fast hands and a slow machine, then I'm getting really big stitches. And learning how to combine those two things together to get an even stitch can be tricky. It takes a lot of practice to get there with that. So what the automatic stitch regulator does is it takes that out of the equation. It has a sensor on the bottom and it reads your fabric as you're sewing. And as you're moving your hand, it's changing. So as you're moving the fabric under the needle, it's reading your fabric movement and it's changing the speed of the stitch so that you're getting the exact same stitch length every single time. And you can decide if you want your stitches to be 2.4 or in length, or you can decide that you want them 3.5. You get to choose the size of your stitch. So that all of that is taken out of the equation, and all you have to focus on is moving your hands in a pattern that you want. And with the rulers, you just have to follow the rulers. So it's a really cool way to get into free motion quilting or ruler quilting where you're taking out the stress of having even stitches. It does it all for you. It's like magic. I love it. So I was demoing it a ton this weekend, and it's great.
I've got it set up on the 9480 that we've got in the little PlayStation we've got here at the retreat. And you can see it's just clamped on. You take off your ankle and put it onto the shank of your machine there. And I'm just going to put some thread in the, I haven't threaded this machine yet, but take a look at the extra good lighting here.
Oh,
So you can pull that out if you need it. And what happens is just what Amanda was saying, there's a little laser underneath there, speaking of lasers. And in we go. I want to make sure my needle is all the way up. Look at that. The light comes right off to the side. It's very cool.
You can use the stitch regulator with Marie Agnes is asking. You can use it on the cutie frame anytime you have your machine on.
Yeah, in fact, if you decide to get the M8, which is basically the same machine as the Continental M7, and you decide that you want the stitch regulator, you can the
tape on the end.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me over here?
Yeah, we can, but you're having a problem with the threader because the tape's on the end.
Yes, I see it because it's brand new. There we go. I'm like, dunk, dunk. Thank you. Anyway, I'm already threading it with the old-fashioned way anyway. Okay, so I'm going to just make sure my bobbin thread is in here and coming up. And essentially what's going to happen is I've chosen ASR on the front of my machine. And so if you're bringing your quilt sandwich over, sorry, Sarah, I'm trying to like banging the phone at her here.
Take her out.
Yeah. And foot pedal, yep.
We've got a real bird's eye view of the room if the phone gets knocked out of my hand.
Yeah. And so I'm going to just press her foot down, needle up, and that way you can pull that bobbin thread up. That way you don't get any little tangles underneath. Make sure the proper presser foot's attached. Got it.
Did you press the ASR button?
Yes, I did. There we go. And it gives you that few stitches to start. And then as soon as you move it, it's going to make sure that all of your stitches are staying the same length. That way, when you move it around, no matter what speed you're going, and I shouldn't be quilting with Deco Bob here really, but I think maybe the bobbin wasn't. Just gonna check the bobbin thread here. So,
yeah, it wasn't seated right.
Yeah, the bobbin thread, something that's not right.
And I found the 9480 set up with the regular thread, like bobbin case, and a red tip needle was sewing perfectly for me, which was amazing. So often you have to switch out to a low tension bobbin case.
We do recommend that in the shop when people are going to be doing a lot of free motion quilting is to get a low tension bobbin casing or a free motion bobbin casing. They're not very expensive, but if you're experiencing like eyelashing or anything like that, that could be why. So now when I'm doing these like little loop-de-loops, no matter how fast or slow I'm going, all my stitches are going to be nice and even.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
So I'm going to let the ladies here, anybody who's got a quilt that wants to give it a try, maybe they have a quilt sandwich or a little, I know some ladies were making table runners earlier today. That's the perfect way to try out free motion quilting without committing to doing it on your big quilt. So anybody that has, a little table runner or some placemats or some projects that they want to try using the stitch regulator with, I'm going to let them have a go on this machine. Again, this is the new 9480. So the stitch regulator is optional on this machine. So if you're not interested in the stitch regulator, that's fine. But in future, if you needed a upgrade on your sewing machine, this is a beautiful machine. And then at some point, if you wanted the stitch regulator, you could always add it on. I'm going to include the stitch regulator free with whoever takes this machine home from the retreat. So that's kind of a nice, it's $1,200, $1,250.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Charlotte's asking about using the stitch regulator on the 9450. And unfortunately, it only works on the 9480.
Yeah.
I think because we just have gained this technology since the M17, that like every new machine that comes out that is one of the better top of the line models will include the option or capabilities for something like this. But it's not something you can add on to an older machine. It plugs actually right into the back of the machine. And Marie Ignis, I think we can use the stitch regulator on the QD frame, no problem, as long as it you keep that wire out of the way as you're putting it on the frame. You should be good to go.
Yeah, we've the 9480 and the M17 it does fit on the frame, but it's too wide for the actual clamps. So you have to just sit it on there. But it's heavy enough that it really doesn't move. The M7 or the M8, it'll be the M8 with the stitch regulator, you can still fit it within the clamps. So that's just something to, yeah.
And one of the big benefits of the 9480 with a stitch regulator is it works with the start-stop button. So you can just sit there without hurting your foot. Because I often get a sore leg after sewing for a long time, but you can just use your start-stop button. And so if it's on the QD frame, you don't even have to worry about the pedal extension.
Okay, I'm going to let you take a look at these stitches while I head back to the other locations so that we can see the questions.
Oh, look at this. Because getting that when you're learning, there's so many layers to learning.
So you can see that there. It's all part of that cute fabric we've just gotten in. Hi. No, you're fine. Yeah, so Sarah's there taking a look. Lots of the ladies are coming back from dinner. Yeah, it's starting to fill up back in the classroom here again, so that's fun. We've probably got a long night of sewing ahead of us.
Oh my goodness,
I know, this is going to be great. Can the stitch regulator be used on any sewing machine? So no, I know, I wish. It's true. It really is very special technology. It requires like a special laser that can follow the stitch and the speed at the perfect amount of time to give you those perfect stitches. So Janomi's now started offering them, like it's offering it now as optional in the 9480, comes standard in the new M8, comes standard in the M17. So those are 3 options for machines that have them right now. But I would imagine as the fleet starts to increase, over time, this will be one of those optional ports that ends up in a bunch of different machines. That would be my guess anyway.
Absolutely.
If using the stitch regulator when your machine is on the QD frame, would you recommend using the blue dot bobbin holder to quilt with? Yes, I would. I had the 6650 on my QD frame for quite a while, and I was noticing some railroad tracking, which is where, on the bottom, and I switched to the blue dot bobbin case, which is a low tension bobbin case, and it cleared it right up. So
it's always good to be testing your settings before you start, and have some quilt sandwiches made up so that you can check things out and see how everything's doing. And sometimes what will work with one combination of fabrics won't work with another. So it's just good to know all your options, the needle choices, the bobbin cases, like all of that will really help you fine tune when you're having issues.
If we order a 9480, how long will delivery be? You'll have it this week. We have it in stock. I've got 3 of them in the shop right now.
Wow.
So we can send it out tomorrow if you want it. There you go. Fast. I guess it depends on where you live in the world and how long it'll take us to ship it to you. But yeah, we've got them in stock. The M8s we're expecting delivery on those sometime this month, soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we haven't no one's gotten any of those yet.
No.
So we're still waiting on those, but we have gotten our shipment of the 9480s with the stitch regulator. So yes, anytime. I can put a link in if anyone wants it, or just you can visit homemade.ca and click on shop under sewing machines, or actually, I don't even think they let us put the 9480 online. There's like big rules about, yeah. So if you want it, just email that info@homemade.ca and we'll make sure you get one. Will the hookie be available from Homemade? I have to be totally honest. I should have looked into this because I should have known when we bring something cool, we got to have it available. Why dangle it and then be like, I don't know where you can get it. You know what I mean?
I'm going to force Jen to carry all the cool things because I'll keep bringing them on.
Totally, for sure. Okay, so how about I promise to look into it this week?
Yes.
And if I can't get them, then I'll find out where you can. All right, Tracy's saying, I have the Janome 6500 and I can't get the zigzag to stop nesting at the back for the Any ideas? If it's on the bottom, it probably means you've threaded something wrong up top. Is it only doing that on the zigzag stitch? Have you tested with the straight stitch it's doing the same thing or not?
And when's the last time you had it serviced? Because they balance all your tensions for you, and they often balance it to the zigzag. So if it hasn't been serviced in a long time and you're having zigzag issues, it might just need some fine tuning in the shop.
Yeah. If you don't have a dealer close to you, you can ship it to us and we'll get Damien to look at it and give it a nice little cleanup while it's in there. Yeah. I mean, okay. So obviously you can't bring it to the shop tonight. So some things that you can do tonight, take out the bobbin casing, clean all around to make sure there's nothing blocking that your feed dogs, like everything is clear. It's not jammed up with dust. Change your needle. You never know. You might have just a burr on your needle or something going on there. Because, the 6500 is a great, reliable machine. That thing, I love that machine. It's discontinued now. It's been replaced by the 6700 and the 6650. That's a great machine.
You can also try bringing up your bobbin thread to the top before you start sewing, because it might just be something going on at the very beginning each time.
And to do that, just needle down, hold on to your top thread, needle back up, and pull that top thread and your bottom thread will come up. Is there still time to add items from the shop to our Hexie Snowball box? Will there be a pre-sale marketplace? There is still time because we are still waiting on the patterns and rulers. We got all the rulers for you guys custom made. And so we're still waiting on those to arrive. So the boxes haven't left. We delayed the start of the November or the October retreat to the second week of November. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and put some stuff in your box, no problem. And yes, we will open the marketplace ahead of time so that we can everybody always wants to save on shipping, so that if you're eyeing anything. But we've had a couple of people just write in to say, hey, I'm ordering this. I want it. Can you put it in my next box? You see the woman right here on the ironing board, Donna?
Hi, Donna.
Nobody puts more in their retreat box than her. In fact, I told her today in the shop we have a little room or a little spot in the back that's just the Donna Branton pile.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we know when her box goes out. Sorry to call you out so hard there, Donna. That's okay. We know, and you know what? Donna's normally on the feed here, but she came to the retreat all the way from Oshawa. So yay, I'm glad to see her in person. In fact, there's a number of people. Yes, she's
Hi, Donna.
There's a number of people here who are homemade followers who decided to come in from Kitchener and London, Ontario.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm always grateful to see you guys in person. All right, Sari's saying, I was on vacation last week, so a little behind, just finished the first lessons and starting the washcloths. A few things. First, I love the tweezers that came with the kit, my new fave. Second, I've always been afraid of adjusting the settings. No longer. Amanda, do you see the tidal wave of people online now saying that they can thread their serger?
I love it. I love it because like I watch TikTok a lot, and the amount of times I see like videos on people being afraid to re-thread their serger, and I'm like, no, it's not. Just learn and do it. It's easy.
Yeah, once you do it a few times, commit to doing it, 4, 5, 6, 10 times in a row, and you'll have it. Is it as fast as threading your regular sewing machine? No. But it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Well, and like learning to adjust your settings gives you such customization with your serging. It's great.
Okay. Tracy's she's working on this as we're
good. I love this.
Okay. It was doing it on the straight stitch, so it's still knotting underneath, but I adjusted the tension and that works good now. I've done all you've mentioned and nothing has changed. It's been years since it's been serviced. Oh dear. Yeah, I have the 15,000 as well. Love my genomics. Good. Okay, yeah. So it's just probably time. And when you get it back from your dealer, whoever that is, I would imagine that'll clear right up.
Yeah.
And if not, call me and I'll help you get a good deal on a new machine.
Yeah, I was talking to the mechanic at the shop I was at last week, and I spent a lot of time watching him work and seeing like the back end of things. And we talked a lot about tension and balancing the tension to the zigzag. And it's super important. And we had some great talks about customizing things. And if you're a quilter, what you're actually looking for versus someone that's making other things. So your mechanic at your dealer can really help you get exactly what you're looking for in your machine.
I was saying I had an idea because we're talking about maybe doing like a homemade in-person retreat.
Oh, yes.
Like,
I'm coming.
I know, of course. And wouldn't it be a fabulous idea to bring our mechanic and have little mini spa sessions for the machines where they just bring it to him while they're going for lunch or when they're doing something else, and then it gets all cleaned up, oiled up, and then they're right back in business.
Yes. And like even to have a mechanic give us tips on how to clean, how to care for our machines, because they really see so much.
And you know what? Like I have been doing some stuff with our guy in the back and opening up some machines and getting better at like cleaning the real guts of the machine, not just underneath the bobbin casing. And, I've looked at a few machines that come in from the customers and stuff just falls out the bottom.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking, not just thread. Like kinds of things. Like how the hell? Why does this seem like wood chips? Like what?
Yes.
Yeah.
But then, like, there's so many cool little things. Like the mechanic I was talking to, sometimes our bobbin cases they get a little rough from wear and tear, and he like polished it by rubbing it on carpet, and like his bench is rubbed in this carpet, and he's like rubbing it, and he's like, look, nice and smooth. I'm just like, where do you learn these things?
Yeah. Dust bunnies. Yes, for sure. All right. Sarah's going to take a little walk around the room while, since everyone can give a little wave. Excellent idea to have the mechanic at the show for sure. Tricks and tips, maybe add to the, we could add that to Sewing 101. And maybe we should do a session on a night like this, Amanda, with a mechanic. Maybe we could, wouldn't the Janome mechanics just love to be on? Strangle their arms. Twist their arms. People are working on all kinds of different projects here. Like we've seen as much conversing and show and telling as we have sewing. Everybody's working on something different.
Oh, I love that.
I know, it's really pretty good.
Hi.
Yay, hi. Tell us what you're working on.
Oh.
What are you working on here? What do you have going on?
I have a quilt for my son. He likes Prussian blue.
Okay.
So it's just a very basic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Let's see. There's somebody that's working on pretty cool quilts over here. She's putting her pieces together to make blocks. I'll give you a little close up of that. Beautiful. And let me go take you over to this one quilt that somebody's got laid out. You can see the whole thing.
Yeah, look at this one with the Three Sisters fabric. Beautiful.
I just love this fabric. I remember when Jen had it in and I was like, I love this fabric. It looks so great. So now I'm like just living vicariously through this beautiful quilt that's going to be pieced together. And we've just been giving them a bit of a talk on the Deco Bob thread and the benefits of using it. So it's going to be great.
That's awesome. Ooh, is that a bird?
Oh, yeah. It is a bird.
Oh, it's a little robin.
Oh, that's
Oh,
the cutest.
Oh, the
Sparrows.
I know. That's so cute. So are you working on another one, a little birdie?
This one is going to be different.
Oh, so sweet.
So cute.
That looks great. We've got some nice starburst here.
That's fun fabric.
That teal fabric's so gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
Look, she already got one of those lasers on her machine.
I love those.
What are you making over here?
I'm doing a crib quilt,
Crib quilt.
and it's got a little
Oh, nice.
rabbit motif. and
Yeah.
Some soft colors,
And it's super soft to touch, too.
gender neutral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Here's Jen's project again.
Abandoned.
I know, my project abandoned.
Sarah's using that Halloween glow-in-the-dark fabric to make
Trick-or-treat bags.
trick-or-treat bags for her boys.
Oh my goodness. Are they going to be big enough? Make sure they're huge.
Yeah, we don't want anyone filling over, like having, their candy spilling out. Oh, look at this
Whoa.
paper piecing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, there's going to be a demo. You're showing us the demo on the paper piecing. That's right. Yeah. Does this one have a specific name or anything, or is it just something you've put together?
It's a sample block for the diamond block cabin quilt.
Diamond block cabin quilt. Okay. That's exciting thing for us to be working on. And I think you're doing a demo as well the next couple days. And what's your demo called?
Cathedral windows.
Cathedral windows.
Oh,
Let's see. Oh, I hear Amanda oohing and
yes,
ahhing.
please.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. That looks
Those are
amazing.
stunning.
Oh, awesome. So many awesome projects going on, and everybody's been walking around chatting with each other to find out, what are you doing? What are you working on? And what machine do you have? And, it's been awesome. This is my first time at a retreat, so it's pretty cool. Oh, I recognize this fabric.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
So many cool things.
I love seeing all the projects. I definitely love seeing all the projects. Let me go back through the questions here.
Yes.
I love these.
Tammy's saying,
Before coming that way.
Oh, cool. That's
With a
beautiful.
star in the middle.
They are so talented. So many awesome projects. Like I would come home and have 50 million new things to make because I would want to make
I know.
everything they're making.
I know. Plus, there's like a sale table over here from Quilt Time. Homemade has a sale table over there, all filled with different things, and people are dabbling. There's Karen.
Oh, hi,
Hi.
Karen.
Hi.
So nice to see you.
I know. I'm making a fall quilt.
Aw.
One of the questions says, how late can you stay in the room? And I asked Karen that exact question, and she was like, as long as you want. Whoever is the last to leave is the last to leave. So I was like, well, you've brought this no children with me weekend person around. I'm staying as long as I can, or else I'll never get to sew again.
So nice. Jen, you're muted still.
The last person to leave tells whoever to lock up, and then you can come down. I think there's a bit of a race to get who's up earliest in the morning.
I would be the one that's up early because I go to bed.
Oh, there's Donna's
ridiculously.
dinosaurs.
Yes,
Oh,
we do
someone's
need.
saying, Amanda, you need to do another homemade foundation paper piecing project.
Happy to. I love those things.
That would be great. That wreath we still have a few of those kits left. I saw them in the back room not that long ago. So if anyone didn't do our very first homemade event and would like to do a class with Amanda on foundation paper piecing, and you make a cute little wall hanging wreath, yeah, we could do that. Unearth that class. It's perfect time of year for that. We could be doing little wreath wall hangings for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love it. Paper piecing is just baffling to me. No. Tanya, you're going to have no problem. She breaks it right down. It's very good.
Yeah. Because it took me. I'm not the quickest. So it took me a while to figure it out too.
Yeah. Lots of people just commenting on all the ladies' talented work around here, and that it's fun to see all the different projects and stuff like that. People are saying that they want to do the paper piecing thing again, so maybe we'll put that up on the site and put a link up, and you can sign up for it. We'll send you the kit. That was a great little class, eh, Amanda?
It was so much fun, and
you just designed that wreath, right? Yeah. Someone's saying, I purchased a Cricut Maker 3. Any chances for Cricut classes? So we will be doing another Cricut event in 2024. Cricut has actually asked us to do it in 2024, and Cricut said that they wanted to do a mix of online and in person, something like this. So we got to talk stuff out with them.
Well, and I've been debating jumping into the Cricut world. Like I was there at the very beginning, and then I kind of got sidetracked. But now I'm just like, there's so many things that I'm just like, I wish I had a Cricut for this.
Yeah. Especially if you buy a Cricut Maker or a Cricut Maker 3. But I sort of think for our people, Cricut Maker is the way to go, because I know you guys like sewing and paper crafting. The Cricut Maker, the original Maker, which isn't the newest one, it's sort of the original one, it comes with the rotary blade for cutting fabric in the box. The Cricut Maker 3 comes with other cool stuff, but the Cricut, you have to buy the rotary blade separate, which is fine. I mean, it's like $40 or something. But the Cricut Maker is, if you want it, to be cutting fabric for applique, you can be ironing the heat and bond directly on the back of your fabric, slapping it onto your mat, and then you're good to go. So let me go back. Sorry, I just had to switch screens for a second. Oh, everyone's saying the Cricut's so fun. I love the Cricut Maker. Yes, so we agree. So you know what, Amanda? Why don't I send you one of my Cricuts? You can have a little test run before you commit, but then you won't want to give it back. And then
no,
you can do
have to track me down.
Yeah. It's really, really fun for sure. Lots of people are into the paper piecing. So we'll definitely try to put that up, because that was a great little project and we can pull that off no problem. Yeah. So we'll get that up this week, you guys, because this is a great project, a great class you can do, and you can finish it before, probably finish it before December and get it hung up for the holidays. Yeah. How's everybody doing in Sewing 101, Embroidery 101, Serger 101? Any other questions regarding any of those classes? How's everybody doing there? I love seeing the projects coming out. Amanda, did you see a bunch of people posting their pillowcases were done? I love seeing all the different color fabrics.
Yes.
Like the same pillowcases, but in all those different shades of that fabulism. So nice.
It is. Oh, and it's just so soft and beautiful. It's a great fabric. You traced out your t-shirt. I love that.
That's
I
great.
love that.
And someone wrote in earlier this week that they had done the first two serger projects and they were no problem, threading and all of that kind of stuff, but they were scared to do the t-shirt.
Oh.
I mean, should you be? I kind of think once you can work your serger, you don't really need to be scared of anything.
No, and I would say that there's some new techniques in there, but you've got it. It's different to sew a sleeve in or put a collar in, but you can always find other fabric to test it out on first and get comfortable with it before you go to your t-shirt. But you've got it. Once you know how to use a serger, just straightforward, you've got all the new techniques. It's not any different.
Poor Lori's anxiously waiting to receive her Embroidery 101 box. It's because we're out of zippers. That's why. we went through like 100 yards of zipper tape. Who knew? And so we ordered about 1,000 more yards, so that wouldn't happen again. So bear with us, Lori. It's coming. It's coming. I was more worried about the blind hem, but I practiced and it's easier, yes, than on my regular sewing machine. Yeah, because fabric just like glides through the serger. Like I don't know what it is about the serger, but it just takes that fabric right in and makes it its,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the blind hem on the serger is so much fun.
Yeah.
And then once you get comfortable with that, there's so many cool attachments for your serger. Like you'll have so much fun.
Yeah, and you know what? You kind of think of the serger as like a one-trick pony. Like it just does like the inside of your shirts. Like, no, that's like in Serger 101, we're taking you through all those different projects. What was I doing not that long ago? The applique stitch, the blanket stitch around, well, I shouldn't say the applique stitch, the blanket stitch around like fleece, doing those. Yeah, that was, I got to do that demo at some point on the serger because that's really, really fun.
Nice.
Oh, she wants her. Okay, Lori, I have tons of zippers here. I've been obsessed with the bag making a while back. You can send mine without it. I'm fine with that. She just wants to get going. Okay, Lori, we gotcha. No problem. No problem. Then when that comes in, then we'll send it all out. We can do that for you. No problem. Have you ever tried to make a quilt top on the serger? Would that eliminate loose threads? Absolutely.
And it's so fast. It's
so
much faster.
When you chain piece on the serger, because you literally never stop sewing, it just, because it's fine to sew like it off your fabric on the serger. I did a full quilt top on the serger one time because we had serger only shows on TSC. And so they were like, what can what else can you show them how to do? And I was like, well, let's do a whole quilt. And so we did.
Yeah,
and,
I haven't attempted anything besides like squares and rectangles, something straightforward.
Same. Yeah,
But,
like I'm not doing curved piecing on the serger for my quilt, but patchwork.
Now I want to try that.
And you want to know what's a great quilt top to do on the serger? A denim, or you know what I mean? Like anything where you're using like upcycling, the flannel that's really fuzzy and really gums up your sewing machine. All that's beautiful on the serger for sure. And then, when you're washing it, even though your seams are going to be inside, they're really all overlocked, nothing's fraying.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm going down a little bit in the comments. How are we doing all right, we're 7:51. If anyone else has any other questions, please throw it in the chat here. We would love to get to it. Or if you think of it afterwards, you can post it in the group. Hopefully you guys are all in the homemade group. The Homemade with Jennifer Tryon. It's a private Facebook group, but of course we'll let you in. And if you're watching from there, hi, good, yay.
Okay, so I got a new notion.
What?
Another one.
Oh, God.
Okay, so this one, it's specific, but I think we can figure out what it is.
Okay.
But so you know how when you have embroidery thread and your thread keeps, when you're trying to store it, it's like always, and you're like, it's annoying.
You want to look in my box?
Yeah. So now this is like this plastic, I think it's a thin vinyl.
Wait a minute, doesn't that come around it? I thought that was a brand new thing.
No, it's this wrap that you put on any spool that you're using, and it's a thin vinyl, and it sticks to itself. And so then
the power of static cling finally has a use.
Yes, it's amazing. And it came on this huge roll.
Really?
Yeah, and it just you can stick it over and over again because it's not actually sticky, it's sticking to itself. So it's not like you're dealing with a residue or anything like that. It's amazing. So it's called Marathon Incredible Tape, but I really think, and look, you can use it on hoses. So your husband or your partner, you can be like, hello.
Look, I bought you something.
But I really,
siphon it out.
It's just like a little vinyl strip.
And you need to tape something, but you don't want to tape it.
Tanya, I find this stuff because I go to a lot of different stores.
Yeah.
And then I play around there and I see what.
And you shop. She's been to our store and she's like, one moment, I'll be done my demo and then I'll be with my basket. Just to do.
Well, and then one time I was allowed in the store by myself.
No, you were like, I'll just cut this and I'll take a yard of this.
I paid for it. I paid for it all. But I was in there.
That was bad of us. Oh, it's funny. All right. Well, listen, this has been a fun chat. I'm so glad I got to give you guys a little tour around the retreat. Let me know in the comments if you'd be up for coming to an in-person retreat.
Yes.
Even if you're from far. Like, if you were, would you need like a year's notice? 2 years notice? Like a year and a half? Split the difference? Yeah. Marathon incredible tape. Should be incredible marathon tape. But
It's just backwards.
Marathon incredible tape.
It's great.
Brought to you by Marathon Incredible Tape,
Right?
where we receive no residuals from promoting these items. No, never. Well, it's funny. All right. Well, Lori would like to come to a retreat. We'd like to have you at one. So yeah, tell me, would you be up for it? Brenda, good idea.
I am going to try that.
Yes. I wonder, like, even if you looped it around. So yes. See, this is why this is fun. Lots of ideas. Just don't cover the whole back of the ruler. True.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you guys as always. If you need to get us in touch with us in the meantime, you can email us at info@homemade.ca. And yeah, follow me on social media. I've got some cool global segments coming up. All Halloween, we're making costumes and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Nice.
They want me to dress up as some sort of doll.
You are a doll.
So guess what I have to be? I'm going to try to change it. But right now, I'm scheduled to be a Cabbage Patch doll.
Oh, that's so cute.
I was like, I actually think maybe I kind of look like that. Can you put my hair sort of like...
Yeah.
Man. I think I'm going to like Raggedy Ann. That's actually better.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to be like Gem. Truly.
Yes. I could be Gem.
Yeah, you could be. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Thanks, Amanda.
You're welcome. See you
Bye.
soon.